Hi, myself Naeema Yousef, Assistant Professor, Department of Integrated Chemistry, MES College, Marampally. The topic that we are going to discuss here is chemical bonding. So let's start from chemical bond. So what is a chemical bond? A chemical bond is a force of attraction between atoms, ions or molecules which result in the formation of chemical compounds. A bond can be formed by mainly two ways, that is electrostatic force of attraction between oppositely charged ions as in the case of ionic bonds, and the second way is sharing of electrons between the bonded atoms as in the case of covalent bonds. Based on the strength, we can classify them as strong or primary bonds and weak or secondary bonds. The example for strong or primary bonds are ionic bond, covalent bond, metallic bond, etc. And the example for weak or secondary bonds are hydrogen bonding, dipole-dipole interactions, etc. In an atom, there is always an electromagnetic force of attraction between the nucleus and the electrons that is revolving around the nucleus. Here, when atoms enter into chemical bond formation, electrons positioned between the two nuclei will be attracted to both of them. The nuclei will also be attracted by the electrons in this position. Thus, these mutual attractions constitute a chemical bond. So, let's discuss about the causes of chemical combination. There are mainly two causes. First one is the tendency to occur configuration of nearest noble gas. Here, the octet rule says that atoms lose or share or donate electrons to occur the configuration of nearest noble gas. The main merit of octet rule is it explains successfully the formation of many molecules like CH4, H2O, SO2, etc. However, it couldn't explain the forces responsible for the formation of molecules. The second cause is the tendency to occur a state of minimum energy. Here, when atoms approach each other, forces of attraction and repulsion come into play. If attractive forces are greater than the repulsive forces, decrease in potential energy takes place and a bond is formed. Thus, the atom attains a state of minimum energy by redistribution of electrons in their valence shell. So let's discuss about the different types of bonds. First one is ionic bond, then covalent bond, then coordinate bond, metallic bond, hydrogen bond, van der Waals forces of attraction. Let's start with ionic bond. Ionic bond is a type of chemical bond that usually involves a metal and a nonmetal ion through electrostatic attraction. In ionic bonding, one or more electrons are completely transferred from one atom to another. The metal donates electrons, forming a positively charged ion or cation with a stable electronic configuration. These electrons enter into the nonmetal, forming a negatively charged anion which also has a stable electronic configuration. An example for ionic bond is the formation of NaCl. Here, the sodium and chlorine are combined. Each sodium atom loses an electron to form Na+, and the chlorine atom gains an electron to form Cl-. These ions are then attracted to each other to form sodium chloride. The second one is covalent bond. Here, a covalent bond is formed by the equal sharing of electrons from both participating atoms. The pair of electrons participating in this type of bonding is called a shared pair or bonding pair. Covalent bonds are also called molecular bonds. Sharing of bonding pairs will ensure that the atoms achieve stability in the outer shell, which is similar to the atoms of noble gases. An example for covalent bond is the formation of HCl. Here, the HCl molecule has one hydrogen atom with one valence electron and one chlorine atom with seven valence electrons. In this case, a single bond is formed between hydrogen and chlorine by sharing one electron. Then the third bond is metallic bond. A metallic bond is a term used to describe the collective sharing of a sea of valence electrons between several positively charged metal ions. Metallic bonding is a type of chemical bonding and is responsible for several characteristic properties of metals such as their shiny luster, their malleability, and their conductivities for heat and electricity. Then the next type of bond is coordinate bond. A coordinate bond is a type of alternate covalent bond that is formed by sharing of an electron pair from a single atom. Both the shared electrons are donated by the same atom. It is also called a dative bond or dipolar bond. An example for coordinate bond is the formation of ammonium ion NH4 plus ion. Here, the nitrogen atom donates its lone pair of electrons to hydrogen, forming a coordinate bond. Next one is hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding refers to the formation of hydrogen bonds that arise due to the dipole-dipole interaction between a hydrogen atom that is bonded to a highly electronegative atom and another highly electronegative atom which lies in the vicinity of the hydrogen atom. The most common example for hydrogen bonding is water molecules. The hydrogen is covalently bonded to the more electronegative oxygen atom. Hydrogen bonding arises in water molecules due to the dipole-dipole interactions between the hydrogen atom of one water molecule and the oxygen atom of another water molecule. The last type of chemical bond is van der Waals forces of attraction. Van der Waals forces are weak intermolecular forces that are dependent on the distance between atoms or molecules. These forces arise from the interactions between uncharged atoms or molecules. An example is the van der Waals forces can arise from the fluctuation in the polarization of two particles that are close to each other. So these are the different types of chemical bonds. Thank you.